I have been interacting a lot recently with my nephew who's 11 years old and he's in a traditional elementary school. We woke up one morning on a Monday and we were just kind of chatting back and forth and he said to me, "I wish it was Friday." And I realized to myself that never before had I woken up on a Monday wishing it was Friday. And I attribute that a lot to my Montessori background.
Montessori for me was really about getting to pursue my own passions and my own curiosities while still maintaining, while still getting the core education that I needed that you would get from any normal school.
Today we have so many choices about schooling for our children, and I think it's important to look at your child and who they are and what environment you want for them.
We do jump rope for heart, and we donate money and get these cool keychains with animals on them.
I got to come in and we went down to the primary wing, and so I walked into this classroom and I thought, first of all, it was amazing because if you know children in preschool and kindergarten, they're pretty loud and not so much rowdy, but they're up, they're moving around. In this classroom, all of the children were sitting calmly, they were focused on their work, and then as I'm watching this and being mesmerized, all of a sudden I just hear this super loud tree truck come by and they start plowing down this tree, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is totally gonna disturb all of this learning that's taking place. And as I'm thinking this, the children are getting up, they're shuffling to the window, they want to see what's happening out there in the world. And so I'm like, okay, I want to see how this teacher is going to react to this situation. So what she does is she gets up and she says, well, what are you guys noticing out there? So the kids start talking about the tree truck and why do you think that they're taking this tree down? And do you think that it's because it's dead? Maybe the roots aren't out getting enough water? And it totally turned into this super cool science project.
Our first introduction to Montessori is when Noah was in preschool, and he was in a traditional preschool, and I was getting complaints that he was somewhat disruptive, launching fire trucks across the room and things like that. And we had heard about this Montessori preschool, so we went to visit. So we go to this Montessori school and it's really quiet. Like we sneak in and we sit on these little chairs and we watch these little 3, 4, and 5-year-olds that are sitting on rugs doing their work independently, quietly, and happily. And I remember Noah was sitting on my lap and we literally looked at each other like, what planet is this? Where are we? And I would say I saw the lights go on for Noah that day, that he really understood how much he loved to learn and he wanted to be in an environment where there was a respect for your space and for your learning.
One of the cool things about the Montessori concept is that the kid gets to focus in on things that interest them, and they find this really cool way of being able to bring in science, math, history, and all of that.
We have our choice. We can choose what work we want to work on. It's not just, okay, everybody get out your math journals or language journals. We can do math or language whenever we want. And it's very nice because when you're growing up or learning how to ride a bike, you don't want to start with the really hard stuff and then move back to the simple stuff. You want to have time to grow.
We have a really respectful environment in Montessori.
I think the passion for learning has absolutely benefited me.
It's really wonderful to build those lifelong friendships, not only in the classroom, but also outside.
I was very intrigued by Montessori, and so a group of parents and I got together and we said, hey, let's make a public Montessori option for families in Colorado Springs. And the fact that it's still here and thriving is it's really exciting for me.